The QU men's lacrosse team had its inaugural season cut short. They only played 5 games, the last of which was March 12th in Huntsville, Alabama. But on Sunday, for the first time in 226 days, lacrosse in a game setting was played at QU Stadium. The Hawks held their first inter-squad scrimmage of the fall on Saturday. Gold team against the white team. Let's get it on. We picked things up early second quarter, tied at 2. Some nice ball movement here by the gold team, and Preston Willman with a nice little spin move to get some room to shoot. And he finishes to put gold on top, 3-2. Just a couple minutes later, the gold team would add yet another. This time it's the Saskatchewan native Grayson Kwan. He fires one from a long way out, and it's a 4-2 gold lead. Late second quarter now, same score, freshman Jamie Brain. Give me those ankles, young man. What a goal from the newcomer. He brings the white team within 1 at 4-3. Let's take another look at this beauty in slow-mo. Oh, man. That's just dirty. You can't do it to him like that. Then a rifle of a shot. We got ourselves a 1-goal game. Late third quarter now. White has taken a 5-4 lead, but not for long. Mason Marano with the feed in front to Willman, and the Minneapolis native ties the game at 5. Nice quick release there from Willman, but Team White would strike back in the final seconds of the quarter. Neil Dardis is going to draw the double team. You know what that means? Somebody's got to be open, and it's Parker Toney. He gives Team White a 6-5 lead heading into the fourth quarter, but the final quarter would belong to Team Gold. 6 minutes to go, all tied up at 6. Kyle Strashantra with the gorgeous feed to Willman in front, and he finds the back of the net once again. 7-6 Gold. Let's take another gander at that absolute dime from Strashantra. Surveys, and Willman in stride, cutting to the net. Team Gold takes the lead. And how about one more for good measure from Willman? Under 2 minutes to play. This time it's Kwan finding Preston in front of the net, and that is just too easy for Mr. Willman. He puts this one on ice and seals an 8-6 victory for Team Gold over Team White. We now welcome onto the desk the head coach of QU men's lacrosse, socially distanced here in the studio, Coach Eric Ruppel. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, not a bad showing for the first scrimmage of the fall. What did you like out of what you saw on Saturday?
Goals. The boys came back with a passion. They've been practicing for the last 4 weeks. They've been really fixing some of the errors that they made last year. We've got some freshmen that came ready to ball, and they just wanted to put on a show for their friends and family back home.
Absolutely. Now, we talked back in spring, in April, about the spring season getting cut short and COVID-19 and all that. And one of the things you said was that the practices would be even more high energy, more high tempo, because these athletes realize this really, really could be the last time I step on this field. Is that something you've noticed, more energy, more intensity in these fall practices?
Oh, absolutely, and not even in the big things. It's the little things. It's the 6 a.m. weightlifting, it's the conditioning, it's grinding through practice and individual group work. Having the field taken away from you like that, and then going home and not being able to do anything, not being able to go to the gym, in some cases not even being able to go outside, the minute they came back to campus, they were ready to go, ready for it, and just with a little bit of a renewed vigor that you don't necessarily see every time from a college athlete. You'll see them from the freshmen because they're excited to get on campus, but some of the veterans, this is going with the motion, and there's absolutely no going with the motion with these boys. They want every single rep, they want every single practice, they want every single weightlifting session they can. They just want it so badly because now we know what it's like to have it taken away.
They're fully bought in, 100% ready to get better. Now, something else we talked about back in April, and something else you mentioned, was having a tough mentality to be able to handle something like a global pandemic. And how has this team, including yourself even, been able to have that tough mentality and get back on the field? When you got back on the field, you're doing something right.
Oh, it absolutely takes willpower. When they got forced into some quarantine, they couldn't go outside. They couldn't see their normal friends in their cities across America. They had each other. So I'm sure there was a lot of group chatting and FaceTiming going along. I know firsthand that Fortnite was very popular in about April and May. And that just kind of brought the team together in a way that you wouldn't have expected. And so when they got back to campus and saw each other for the first time in months, they were just absolutely invigorated and ready to go. And our missions never changed. They knew year 1 would be hard. They knew year 2 would be hard for different reasons. And just adding this to it will make it a little difficult. But the trade-off is the buy-in from the team and their devotion to each other on and off the field.
Well, it's certainly evident so far. And One last thing before we let you go. What are you going to look for in your team as we head through the fall and eventually into a spring season?
Keep their heads down, keep grinding. What's going to be really interesting this year is we go home so much sooner. We'll still come back a little bit early and on time. Most of the athletes will, but there is an extended period of time where some of them still won't be able to do anything. Our Canadians still won't be able to go to a gym, and some of our California kids still won't be able to go outside. So they're going to have to make do with a modified winter workout that's home-based, or find a cage in the backyard, or just do whatever they can to stay in shape, because our first game will come very quickly in the spring, and we'll only have them on campus for a few short weeks. So they're going to have to be motivated. They're going to have some willpower to get up off the couch and go run a little bit, because January 11th will hit hard, and we need them ready to go.
Keep the nose to the grindstone, as they say.
Absolutely.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking some time. Hopefully we can chat it up again soon when we get a spring season going here at QU.
Absolutely. Under the lights at QU Stadium, hopefully.
Nothing better than that. Well, Coach, that's all the time we have with him, but we're still rolling on this edition of QUTV Sports This Week. Highlights from Game 1 of the Fall Classic coming up when we come back. World Series is here.